our conference call. Right. So let's start our first session today. In today's session, we're going to start the Workday landing page. Let me share my screen. In today's session, we will learn Workday landing page means how to navigate in Workday, what are all features we have in Workday, how these features are going to be helpful for our day-to-day HR practice, okay, and how to configure those features. In today's session, we are going to discuss. And today we are not going to cover, configuring any data. Just I'm trying to make you familiar with what all features we have, how these features are helpful for your day-to-day practice. Tomorrow we'll start our first chapter, organizations in Workday. Okay. So let me take you to the screen. The one which you're seeing on the screen currently, which is called Workday landing page. It is called Workday landing page. What is mean by that? Once you logged into Workday, okay? Once you logged into Workday, it's a web-based application, friends. There is no additional configuration setup required to access Workday. It just one URL will be provided unique for each customer or each company. You just need to copy paste in one of the browser, preferably Google Chrome. Then Workday will prompt you username and password. You have to enter your username and password. You will be landed here. Okay, you will be landed here. This is your first screen. This page, what you're seeing, it might be different to customer, okay, or user to user, right? So, so why we're calling it a landing page? Because you once you logged in, you will be landed here. That's why we're calling it a landing page. And here we have few features are available. So in today's session, we're going to explore all those few features which are available on the landing page. Okay, please feel free to stop me if you're not clear with any topic. I'm happy to help you. Okay. The first one, which you're seeing on the screen, the home screen, you can see a Workday logo, right? It's a Workday logo, which act as a home screen. Okay, you can select this to refresh the page. For example, you're working in a task and you want to navigate back to the home screen. Okay, or you want to refresh the page. You can select this Workday logo. In real time, we can replace this Workday logo with our customer logo. What do you mean by that? For example, you're implementing Workday for Apple. Apple already has Workday, or a Microsoft, or Tesla, okay, or Tata companies or industries. You can replace this Workday logo with the company logo so that that company logo is going to act as home screen for all the end users, admins, and managers. Okay. Immediate next to that, you have a search box, a very powerful search box. Why I'm using the word powerful search box? Let me show you one example. I just enter CRE space SCP space ORG, a short form. But you see, I got the task, a full task name. What I'm trying to say, you no need to enter a full task name here. You don't need to enter a full task name here. Even partial search without typo. If you can enter, you will get the respective task or tasks. You need to enter a full task name here. If you want to create any data in Workday, if you want to view the data in Workday, which you already created or someone created, or if you want to edit and modify the data in Workday, you must access all the tasks from this search box. Okay. It can be edit, it can be view, anything. You have to access through this search box. Okay. Right. So in the search box, if you enter a question mark and enter a question mark, you see a number of shortcuts Workday will display here. And a number of shortcuts Workday will be display here. These shortcuts are really very helpful for our day to day to find out certain data. For example, I want to find a worker. I can enter worker colon name of the employee. Or I want to find an organization or a supervisor organization, a cost center or a BP. Okay, or requisition, job requisition. You can enter this shortcut and enter the code. You will get it. The question is, do I really need to enter the shortcuts? Absolutely not required. You can just enter the name also, Workday will fetch the name. You see, Workday will fetch the name. It's not mandatory. You need to enter the task. Okay, right. So let me go to the home screen again. Yeah. So that's why we'll call it a powerful search box. On this one, on the right side, if you see a bell icon, you're able to see, right? It shows numeric 5. A bell icon, numeric 5. So what it is, this is called notifications, friends. Notification. What is meant by notification? What is meant by notification? So it just notify the user. Notify the user. For example, you are a manager and you are managing around 30 employees in your organization. Out of 30, 10 employees are contract employees. So you want to track when the contract employee's contract is going to be complete. Then you would like to take a call to extend the contract, to terminate the contract. So certain reminders you will receive in your notifications. Or let's say you are a compensation administrator or a partner, and an employee's compensation has been increased to 10%. Now it might require your approval. So you can approve that the compensation change from this notification. Or you are a manager, a new hire compensation you need to approve. You can access, sorry, a one correction, guys, not approvals. So if any employee compensation has been increased, you will get notified so that you will be aware an employee compensation has been increased to 10%. Okay. Similarly, you are a manager, an employee has been hired in your organization. You'll get the employee details and employee position details, when the employee is going to be start, all the details you will receive from this notification. Okay. You can configure these notifications based on our customer's requirement. I will show you also how to configure this notification in our coming session. So immediate next to that notification, 5 notifications. Here you have 5 are waiting. Immediate next to that, you have a My Tasks. You can also call it as inbox. My Task or inbox. What it is? Here, you need to take action. You need to take action. Action in the sense approve, cancel, send the step back to the initiator. Okay? Or deny. Those action items you can access from this role. What is mean by that? For example, you are a manager. Okay, you are a manager. A new employee hired in an organization. Here you are getting notified, but here you need to approve the employee hire. As a manager, you need to approve. Then know the employee record is active in the system. As a compensation partner, you need to approve. Then know the employee 10% compensation will be effective in the system or effective to the employee. Okay, this approval related data we will receive in the My Task. Only not approval, friends. It's not only approval. You can deny if the numbers are incorrect compensation, you can deny it. Okay. Or if you think the employee hire date is incorrect, you can send the request back to the user, initiator. All those actions you can access from this here. So we'll learn how to configure this. Okay. Right. Let's go to the home screen again. Then you can see profile, logo, and magnet. Okay. Currently I have logged into her account. So that's why you can see her picture. Select on this. And then you can scroll to left side here. Just a second. And here we have few more features, guys. Let's explore all these features and how these features are going to be helpful for our day-to-day practice. One more home button. Here you have one home button. Here you have one home button just to refresh the page. The next to that, you have my account. My account in the sense, the user account. If you logged into Workday, it's your account. Whenever you see symbol here, the arrow means there are certain actions under this. So select this, my account, and here you have organization ID. If you select this organization ID, a QR code will be displayed. Okay, what is the importance? With your help of your mobile or iPad or any tablet, you just scan the QR code. A dedicated Workday application will be downloaded into your mobile. or a tablet. What I'm trying to say here is Workday is not only web-based application, we do have mobile application. So you can take any action on the go, okay, with the help of your mobile. You can view your payslip, you can request time off, you can approve the timesheets, you can approve the leave for a manager, you can view, you can see your compensation components, you can access your documents with the help of the mobile. But mobile version is for end users and managers, friends, not for admins or consultants. You cannot configure anything there. Just need to utilize the end user data. Okay. So by selecting this organization ID, a QR code will be displayed. Scan the QR code so that dedicated Workday application will be downloaded. Then next to that, you have a change password. Let's say you don't want to continue the current password, you want to change the password. Simply you can select on this change password, enter the current password, and double enter your new password so that with the help of that password, your next sign in you can access. Then after change preferences, interesting things. Change preferences. So what do you mean by change preferences? Let's explore. Just a second, it's loading. Yeah. For example, so Workday is not designed only for one country, correct? It has designed for globally. It is designed for globally, multiple countries. Let's say you implementing Workday for China. You implement India, USA, China, Australia, and few European countries. Some of the employees, means end users, are not comfortable in English. And they asked you, is it possible to see the entire Workday environment or a tenant in my Chinese script? So I'm not comfortable in English. Can I see this entire system in the Chinese script? The answer is yes, you can. Then how to switch it? Simply, you can ask them display preferred language. Of course, they have to change the local as well. Display the preferred language. You can see around 33 languages Workday able to support. Simply, they can select which of the language they would like to. Workday ask them sign out and sign in. Just submit OK. Sign out and sign in. The language will be applicable. The language will be applicable. Okay. So 33 languages currently Workday supporting. This means Workday translating 33 languages. Now question here is, does Workday 100% will translate? Answer is, in my experience, no. You can still see some objects, very few objects in English. However, you can override them with the help of business object translation task. Okay, right. So for now, remember Workday is ability to translate the system according to the customer needs globally. Then after manage password challenging questions, you see whenever you see do not use here, which means Workday is going to be terminated this feature soon. Maybe in the next update, this feature no longer available. Workday may give a new feature. Workday may give a new feature at the time. Okay. So, but still, let me explain. Manage password challenge questions means sometimes we will set the questions right. If you want to reset the password, your first car make, your mother's maiden name, okay, or your best friend, your place of birth. Some details we will give. Some details we will give. So that whenever you forget the password and you're not able to remember, you can enter these details. It will allow you to reset the password or access the password. Okay? Right. Then view sign-on history. Very, very interesting, very, very important in your when you're working on the real-time system. By selecting this view sign-on history, you can track You can track the user when the user logged into Workday, when the user has signed out from Workday, how many hours the employee has spent this time in this Workday application, okay, and whether this employee has accessed from the dedicated application, I mean, authenticated application, trusted application, IP address, everything you can track from here. Okay, you can track it here. Actually, this feature is helpful if someone reached out to you, hey, I'm not able to log into Workday. So here, the first attempt, I will access this one, the employee sign-on history. Why? Why do you need to log in? Because it will tell you if this employee logging from other than the dedicated application. It will tell you if this employee logged into the Workday application with the incorrect password, he's trying to attempt in with the incorrect password. Okay, based on that, we can reset the password and give it to the employee. Okay, right. It will track complete history of the employee data, when the logged in, logged out. So this is about my account. Quickly, we'll go to, I'm sorry, one thing I ignored here. Change public profile preferences. Change public profile preferences. Nowadays, Workday is going to enhance this page with more and more fields. What exactly it is? Assume I'm an executive member and I don't want to allow anyone to view my education details. I want to hide it from everyone, including my manager. I want to hide my education details. And I can select this hide from public. Or I want to hide a sexual orientation. Or I want to hide earlier I was into military. Now I don't want to allow anyone to view my military status. I want to hide this. So I can select these options so that access, no one can access our personal information. Okay. So this is like employee preferences. You have as an admin or a consultant, you have an option to allow the employees to view, employees to hide. Right. Then after, let's explore few more features. Workbench. Workbench. So what do you mean by workbench? So workbench is a place where you can see a consolidation of workloads based on the module. Consolidation of workloads based on the module you are working. What is mean by that? For example, you are a payroll consultant, you are a compensation consultant, you are an integration consultant, and you want to access your list of day-to-day tasks in one page, one single page. You want to access all your day-to-day tasks instead of searching each and every time in the search box. Then you can choose workbench. Let me select. Now you can see on the right side, you have this workbench. For example, let's say we have integrations here. Yeah, I am an integration consultant. Okay, assume I'm an integration consultant. My role is day to day, I need to run some integrations and view the reports and schedules, etc. That's my job. So what I do, I log into Workday instead of search each and every time in search box. Directly I'll go to the integrations. Here I can see the list of tasks, list of reports I can frequently access. I can frequently access list of tasks, list of reports. What is the advantage? Simple. No need to search the same task in the search box. You can access the task right away from here. Okay, to minimize your search time. To minimize your search time. Not only that, sometimes you may give access to the third party person, a vendor, and you don't want another person to explore more details than his current job. You want to restrict him or her. You are an integration consultant, so I will give you access only for integrations. You are not supposed to access any other data. It's a sensitive information. In such scenario, these workbench is really very helpful. Okay, action is nothing but task. View is nothing but report. Okay, right. Let's explore a few more features. Next to the sitemap, next to the workbench, we have a sitemap. This is interesting. Okay, I'm very new to Workday, and you are saying I need to search each and every task in the search box. It may take some time for me, since I'm very new, it may take time for me to adapt to understand this task structure. Is there any option? I can see the list of task reports on one single screen. Is there any option I can navigate from this home screen itself? Yes, you have that option. What is that? Let's see. Go to sitemap. It take few seconds because it's going to fetch all the tasks. Okay. Now you can see in the left side, you have certain tasks, certain modules, your chapters you have. For example, I want to explore or access business process related data. I will select business process, and there are the available reports we have. There are the available tasks we have. There are the available reports we have. There are the available reports we have. Okay. What is the advantage? You can access this task and reports right away from here. This is nothing but navigation through manually, guys, without entering the search in the search criteria. Okay. For the people who would like to explore the available tasks and reports, they can access with the help of this site. All modules are available, not only related to HCM, payroll, core HR, compensation, talent, learning, even finance. Everything is available here. Okay. Right. Then favorites. Favorites. What do you mean by favorites? So assume most of you might be exploring some data in the browser. Can be Google Chrome or IE or Microsoft Edge, whatever the term MSK. Okay. So I'm looking for some data and I found the data in the browser, but I don't have time to go through the data. What I do, I will bookmark it. I will save the page. Very similar to that, Workday come up with this option called manage favorites. Sorry, your favorite reports and tasks. What it is? Select this manage favorites. You can add your favorite task and reports here. For example, I'm going to add create pay accumulation or any custom reports or BO business objects for reporting related. We'll discuss all. Whenever you want, you go to the favorite task. So create pay accumulation I have added, correct? You can see that will be available here and I can access right away from here. So some tasks maybe you want to revisit frequently. How exactly I will utilize this one is, as I said, every 6 months Workday will come up with new features, friends. They may change the task name. They may replace the existing task with a new task. So we are humans. Sometimes we may forget, right? It's not easy to remember each and every task unless we do a vigorous practice. At that time, what I do, I will add those new tasks here until I will familiar with that, until I will explore with that. And whenever I want to access, simply I'll go to my favorite task, I can access it. Okay? We can utilize this favorite task for that purpose as well. Or let's say, so sometimes my seniors or managers may assign some people to train them on my day-to-day projects, shadow them. What I do, I will assign certain tasks into their favorites. I will ask them to log into the favorites and I'll add some tasks to them. I will ask them to explore. I will ask them to explore these details. Okay? Yeah. Not only that, even if you can share reports, custom reports also, we will discuss all. Anyhow, we have sessions. Then after audit, very important, very important, because these audits are friends to us, guys. These audits are friends to us. What is mean by that? Friends to us. So once you configure any data in Workday, customer gave the requirement. You are the admin or a consultant. You have configured the data. What is the evidence or a proof we have? You have configured everything accurately. Sorry, just a second. Yeah. So assume a customer gave the requirement to you and you're responsible to configure the data. You have configured from your end. Well and good. But there's some evidence that proves we need to submit right for testing team or to the customer, hey, everything have configured correctly. These reports will help you. These reports will help you. If you run into any error, okay, which is not visible, this report will catch you and it will tell you, hey, where it went wrong, how to resolve this error. Expectations, whenever you run this report, the report should be clear without any errors. Let's have a look. I'm going to run one sample report, business process, exception audit. Warnings you can ignore, there's no harm. Critical errors we should not ignore, guys. You see, there are 41 errors in the system. So this report will guide you. Issue, where is the issue on which BP? What is the severity? On which step the issue is with? How to resolve this error? Expectations, when you run this report, you should have zero items here, which means your configuration is excellent. Your configuration is excellent. Okay? Right. So we will learn what are all audit reports we need to run in day to day. Okay? Yeah. There are a number of audit reports, and we have to. Another example, let me give. Assume you created a car allowance. Car allowance you created. One is you have executive people, management people, non-management people. Only executive employees are eligible for car allowance. But by mistake, your conversion team or data team assign the car allowance for non-management employees, management employees. Until you go to their profile, until you go to their profile, we cannot see the ineligible plan the employee has. So that when you run this report called Employee Compensation Audit Report, it will tell you clearly, it will tell you by mistake if anyone has that report. Okay. It will guide you, remove this plan because this employee not eligible. Assign this plan because this employee is eligible. Something like that. It will guide you. Okay. Right. Then drive, or you can also call it as Workday drive. Drive or Workday drive. So what is this drive or Workday drive? For example, we are all one team. I create a custom report called new hire data. I have created a custom report, new hire data. Now I will run the report. I will run the report. When I run the report, I only can access the data. But here, I have to share the report data with you as well. Here, I have to share the report data with you as well. If you say with traditional approach, I will export the report into a spreadsheet template, I will upload it in an email, and I will send it to you. But in Workday, you no need to do the process. Directly within Workday itself, you can share the report. Simply, you have to configure the report and add the people whom you want to share or add the security groups whom you want to share. Once I run the report and are shared with me, you will get the report. You will get your report and you can download it from here itself. No email. I mean, it is safe, right? Because employee data is sensitive information. So like this, you can exchange our reports data. Okay. So not only that, even if you want to see favorite reports or recently viewed or added reports, my files, and not only that, this is also helpful for you to upload new documents. You can upload a spreadsheet templates, anything here. Assume you're working on a project, you're going to be sign up for today. Instead of saving the files in your local machine, in your personal laptop, you want to save it into the Workday. Simply you can select new, upload the file and save it here. Okay. But point to remember, please don't upload any sensitive and personal information because what are the data here you're loading, it directly go and sits in the Workday servers. Okay, fine. Now let's see few more features. Document, okay, my reports. Drive we discuss my reports. This one is helpful for integration team or people who are working in data. For example, we have built integrations with ADP or any MATLAB benefit vendor. When you run the integration, the data will go to the third party vendor. Okay, data will go to the third party vendor so that sometimes the data may successfully deliver the file. Sometimes the file might be failed due to incorrect data or no sufficient data or some technical glitch, whatever. So here it will tell you if you can see an audit report, if you can see an audit report, which means the report might be a successfully delivered. If sorry, the report might be failed. A diagnostic report or a report, if you see, it might be failed. If you see a spreadsheet template, which means the file has been successfully delivered, so you can download and validate whether the correct data has been shared with the vendors or not. It can be any vendor, yes, okay, for integrations. So, for example, you want to send the payroll data every month, 27th, 8 p.m. So you no need to wait for the time and the day. You simply schedule the integration at a particular day. It will pick the file and send it. The next day you can do the audit whether it has been successfully delivered or not. Okay, right. And then here you have documentation and help. Documentation and help. So you see, both are enabled with the links. So for example, by selecting the documentation, it may take me to the Workday community where active users will help each other, where you can access list of reports and data from this documentation. For example, for example, you want to explore what are the, just a second. For example, you want to explore what are the new um, features Workday has been released. What are the new features Workday has been released? Or you want to explore, or you want to explore some compensation specific documentation or payroll specific documentation, etc. You can access those details with the help of documentation. Okay, with the help of this documentation. You'll take to the Workday community. You can log into the Workday community and download those documents and convert them into print PDF and download it. Or maintenance related, you can access those details under documentation. Help, help. This is interesting, and definitely everyone need access to this. Assume you're working in a project. You run into an error. You tried your best to resolve that error. Tried your best to resolve that error. Not happening. And you also went to your seniors to seek help to resolve that error. Still not happening. Then what is the option for us? You can reach out to, you can raise the question, whatever, and the error screenshot, whatever you are facing into the Workday community. So we have very good active users, friends. Okay. They will go through your questions and they will help you out and they will help you how to resolve the errors. If required, they'll connect with you also to a meeting. Or if you are an expert and you would like to help to the other people, you can also log into community, go to the questions posted by the people and help them by solving these issues. Workday will give you points for you guys, and those are helpful for the Workday risings, etc. Okay, right. Yeah, sign out by selecting this. You can sign out from Workday application. Okay, this is about few features. I'm not talking about more. Few features in Workday. The first few sessions, let's go slowly. 45-minute session. We'll spend more time for your queries. Okay. So it's not good. I believe it's not good to go with mass data sessions. So we have to give some sufficient time for you guys to understand the concepts, to go through the recordings as well. So apart from that, you can see important dates, view all applications, team highlights and parts or team suggestions, announcements. So this we'll discuss tomorrow quickly, and then we'll start our first chapter called Organizations in Workday. What are the list of organizations we have in Workday? Out of the list, which ones are mandatory organizations? What data we need in order to create those organization data? And what are the importance of that unique organization data? These we will learn during our tomorrow session. Okay. Anyone have any questions, friends? On today's session? Anything is not clear, I can help.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is manual, right? We can go and check that every tab, right? Because there is no automate for this in.
Sir, could you give me one example? Please, when you say automatic, may know the expectations.
Right? It means like the team highlights means we go and check that Adi or Sayeli, right? Every time we go and check that, right? For that every tab. For example, in my profile or
Yeah, we have to navigate. You're right.
how to navigate, right? That's every
Right.
tab.
Yes, we have to navigate every time.
Is there any
Or
automate?
go on, go on. Let's come to your question. I will take. Yeah.
Is there any automate that you don't go and navigate directly? You can go and check that automate any.
Automate. Could you give me one example, sir? For example, I log in here. I'm seeing this screen. Instead of this, can I see this screen? Something like that you were saying?
Yes, we this is manual, right? But I'm asking for any automate. Don't have any intervention for manual. We directly go for automate.
Yeah. Automatic things are outside of the workday is possible, sir. Okay. Maybe if
Okay.
you ask me in the integrations, I'm running integration manually each and every time. I'm waiting for Thursday, 8 p.m. every week to run this integration. I'm waiting for every 6 months to close my benefit enrollment. I'm waiting for to run the payroll every weekly, semi-monthly, monthly. Or I'm waiting for to run the ad hoc payments on every quarterly, or I'm waiting for to paycheck generations. These can be automated, sir, with the help of inbuilt schedulings.
For
Okay?
example, for 1 year data or 6 months data, we go for manual or
No, no, no. You can fetch it just like that. You need to create a report for that. And you need to enter the prompts, date prompts,
oh,
from
oh,
when you want the data.
oh,
Whether you can enter manually or let the prompt default as well. Okay? That
oh,
is possible. Any
oh,
particular data, just one-time configuration you do. And not only that, sir, you need to run as well. You need the data every weekly you need.
oh,
Okay? You
oh,
can schedule the report.
oh,
Every week I need this report. Who
oh,
should receive? Who should receive? Richard should receive. Or the person who is sitting in USA should receive. You can directly share the report with them, send the report with them. It automatically send it. Those are possible. And what we are seeing the screen currently is navigations. This is something we have to select in. It's like a button related. You need to move on by selecting this. Okay. Integrations, payrolls, as you mentioned, or a certain data you would like to view, that can be automated. Yeah. Any other questions sir, I can help? So that we're going to learn scheduling logic on in our integration class and done. Okay.
Sir, this will be functional role, right? Completely what you're teaching, right?
Currently, what we're learning is functional, sir. After completion this, we are going to start integration from reporting, cal fields, EIBs, core connectors. That is integration part.
And the
So,
role will
hmm,
be called as HCM functional.
techno-functional role. Yeah. If anyone
Yes, sir.
learning only HCM, we can say HCM role,
Okay.
HCM functional consultant. If anyone learning both integration and functional, we can call it techno-function. Means you know how to configure the data in the system, you know how to send the data into the third-party vendors, you know how to extract the data into the Workday itself with the help of reports and share the report outputs.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions I can help? Okay. So here, whatever we'll just now today we discussed just to make you introduce you terminology, just few features are helpful. Okay. As a consultant, the configurations, what data we need, why we are creating, after creating, how to integrate or how to group it, that we will learn from tomorrow's session. Okay. Right. So organizer will share the today's recording. Not only that, running notes, as I said, class notes, workday materials. Okay. Even the first chapter, once we complete, that I'm going to start from tomorrow. Organizer also will share you activity documents for that. Yeah. So quickly again, I'm checking. Does anyone have any question, friends? I can help.
And this is called the implementation tenant, what you logged in just now.
Right, sir. It's IMPL tenant. We will call normally GMS tenant, but the one which you're getting is the implementation tenant. Means you can do the implementation stuff in that. You can do AMS related stuff in that. You can configure any data in that. No restrictions. Yeah.
So in the real world, testing will be done in this tenant, implementation tenant, like before pushing it to production.
Okay. Definitely. So let me help you. So it will be different to customer, sir. If you ask me, standard process is different. So basically, what happened is, so during deployment methodology, I'm going to explain in detail. Since the question came, I'm going to explain high level. Okay. This is the process we have, sir. Okay. It can be more tenants also, different to customers, depends on the budget. It might be limit also, directly people test here itself. Okay. If you ask me a best practice, here I will do my build. Anything I will configure. Okay, sir. And here I will do the test. Why I'm doing the test? Because my integration is also here, a report also here. When I do the configuration, my changes are fetching, sending to the vendor correctly or not. When I'm doing configurations, my reports are fetching my data or not. I will search here. And again, I will move the data to the sandbox. Why? If any, it is a user specific, I will allow the particular user to test it. User acceptance testing. Post sign off, I will deploy the change into the production. Sir. Okay, this is a practice. Even if I'm a project manager, I will recommend. I know it's a
Okay.
multiple times you need to configure and migrate, but best practice. But some customers budget issues. They may not. I don't want to use the word afford. They don't want because to limit the work. Directly build and test here and allow the UAT here, deploy here. That's it. It depends customer to customer. Yeah.
If there are any production issues, then they'll check in the UAT uh,
If there's a
because
production
production.
test, production issue means the person who tested is not done correctly, the person who did is configured is incorrect. So I'll go back again, okay? This is my master tenant, right? Here I configured first, build, correct, sir?
Right.
Here I have tested. So I'm going to first check here.
Okay.
I'm going to check first here. Because
Yeah,
what are the
because
data I have configured, it should be in sync with this, sync with the all the tenants. Sorry, you're asking a question.
yeah, so I thought like, once it is in production, right? And then if the next additional development work is going on, for example,
Yeah.
in build, right? That will
Build.
that will have a latest changes, right? So in order to check the issue, they use UAT as well, just to make sure because those are in the same release kind of thing.
Good one. So what happened? Workday sandbox data will be live for only weeks, sir.
Oh,
For example, I gave a testing to you today. I asked you, sir, I have completed your request. Please do testing in sandbox and give me sign off. But your hectic work you have. Okay, you are not able to complete by this Friday. What happened? The changes, whatever I have done here, it will be removed from the sandbox. Why? Because production and sandbox has a refresh. Every weekend, Workday sandbox will refresh with the production environment. Your changes won't be there in a week. So that's the reason we recommend to go to the build tenant to test that. Why that logic? I will explain during deployment methodology. It's a little more into technical. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyone have any question, friends? Okay. Thank you so much for excuse me. Thank you so much for joining the session today. Let's connect tomorrow at the same time. We'll start our first chapter called Organizations in Work. Okay? Yeah. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time, guys. Please take care and stay safe. Let's connect tomorrow again. Have a good day and good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.